Good evening. I hope you're well and you're good. Welcome to the Tracked Instagram Live. Every week we are talking with artists that are working with us in the track community. So we have a cup of tea and a conversation about songwriting. And it's been a pleasure in recent weeks. Last week we had the pleasure of talking to DMG Busy and SK Flexin and DMG Chubbs, three rappers who are working out of Philadelphia in the United States. We've had amazing artists over the course of the last couple of months, and we're continuing to do that week on week. So every Thursday, we are meeting with our artists and talking about songwriting. It's been an incredible week. We've met with some amazing artists on the website at the moment. We've met with Jeff Lord, who's got a good song called Crazy Gibby out, which is on the featured wall in the app at the moment. Black Ice Bermuda, who's from Bermuda, a brilliant song called Now and Then, which is up and running. Country artist called Chelsea Austin, which we're all big fans of. She's got a song called Then Came You. So I urge you to go and check those out, and give them a follow, get involved, tell them how you feel and what you think. Which all artists love, absolutely. I had the privilege today as well of talking to a whole bunch of new musicians and artists at the Embrace sessions. So big thank you to the girls over at Embrace for inviting me to talk about Tracked earlier today. It was a pleasure to meet a whole bunch of new creators and musicians making their way in the music industry. Other news this week as well, we have just launched our Apogee mic giveaway. Now, Apogee are an incredible company based in the United States, and they make awesome sound equipment, including this, which is the Hype mic, which we are giving away. It's about $350 worth of condenser microphone, and the best thing about it is it plugs directly into your phone, and you can get incredible audio off it. And it works with Tracked, which is amazing. So you plug it in and you press record. Line input, and then you can record directly using a condenser mic. So you have the option of using either your iPhone or using this condenser mic, which is really, really good. So if you haven't already, go and get involved. You can do that by going to our latest post and following the instructions on there, but please get involved. It'll be good to have you on board. This week we are talking to DiVine Infinite. We met Tonio, who is DiVine Infinite, on Tuesday over on our Facebook. So today we're having a bit more of a discussion about how he goes about writing songs. So it's my pleasure to introduce onto the Instagram Live DiVine Infinite. So I'm just going to see where you are, sir. Okay, I'm just going to bring you in. And hopefully we'll be live with... There he is, Tonio. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's it going, Grant? I'm doing good.
Good, thank you, mate. So you're in Pueblo, Colorado. Is that correct?
Yes, I reside out of Pueblo, Colorado, home of heroes, and we're considered the Still City. By day, I work on a farm, and by night, I make music.
Fantastic. You've been working with us now for a few months. I know we discussed a lot of this on Tuesday, but that's for new people that might have tuned in and listening. Tell us a little bit about yourself as a music maker.
Heck yeah.
And what you do.
Yeah. So I am a hip hop rap artist. My genres are trap, hip hop, rap, and just rap. I only started rapping in 2020, and so far it's been a good road, and I consider it the great journey. And so I'm a locally based artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered Tracked through just searching through the net and just checking stuff out, and it fit perfect. So
excellent. So you've to kind of on your track profile, which is Unity Infinite. So it's www.trackedmusic.com/Unity Infinite. You have a whole bunch of music on there. It's amazing. So do you want to talk through some of the tracks, like it's particularly like the latest track that you've released?
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit more about
so I have one called Maniac, and
that.
that one was an experiment. I was just, I figured out these other voice, enhancers and stuff like that, because I was looking for something different. And it has a unique sound. It transitions in the middle of the song. The next verse, it changes. So, and then I have my demo versions, which are going to be part of my Sinister series. That's the new album series that's going to be released in 2021. And that's Sinister, Mantra, Maniac, and Inevitable. So
That's all
check those out.
That's part of the EP that you're working on at the moment.
Yes. And so
Excellent.
track will receive all my demos before they get mastered and fixed up and doctored and stuff like that.
Brilliant. Well, today I'd like to kind of explore with you how you go about making music, and what and how that process is for you. How does it start? So should we start from the very beginning, like your first songs? Like how did those songs come together?
Yeah, so that the start of that was what I consider my Instagram series, and that's all made with the tracked vinyls, and it was a series of 11 songs released one per month, and it was started on January 29th, 2020, and it was it was a whole lot of things that pushed me into starting rap, because I had a lot of pent up rage and a lot of stuff bottled up inside, and I really wanted to express it, and I didn't know how, because I didn't know how to make music, because my background, I'm a wrestler, and I've done wrestling since I was 4 years old, and so music wasn't on my mind, or didn't really come across my mind, because I really didn't know how to go about it. And okay. I have an uncle who's a producer. He makes the music, and he helps make videos, and he's out of Texas. And so it was really inconvenient to try to make more songs when he only visited 3 to 4 times a year. And so just I was going through all these apps, and I discovered Tracked, and it was simplistic. It allowed everyone to collaborate, share their work worldwide, free from historic constraints and stuff like that. And so that's what really caught my eye. And I had all this, like I said, all this stuff bottled up inside, and I told myself, well, you got to do something with it. You have some stories you can tell. You have some life moments you can reflect on, and just battle those demons. And so I started the Instagram series, and I continued to release one song per 1 month for a total of 11 songs, and I released one music video, and that's RX Adrenaline. And I'd have to say RX Adrenaline is one of my favorite songs through the Instagram series. So, heck yeah.
Excellent. Oh yeah, well, definitely, for anyone watching, definitely go and follow Tonio, which is, and your Instagram, I mean, you're on here now. I haven't got the
check me
handle.
out on YouTube.
DiVine
check me out on Facebook.
Excellent stuff. Well, that's so music, I guess, as you said, is quite a cathartic process for you, getting your ideas out, getting your ideas out and using that as a way of expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Which is, which I think, I've always thought of music in that way as a writer. You get that kind of you can get what's on your mind, or get any sort of emotions out and into the world, and express clearly what how you're feeling. How do you go about how does a song start for you? So how do you is it the lyrics?
Yeah.
Is it the
so
the music?
So everything I produce, it's all written. So because I'm not very good at freestyle, but I write it down, and I get it all formed out like a story. I first write it out like I'm writing a paragraph, like a story, and then I go in there and doctor it, and then I go in there and try to make it rhyme, and I try to just keep that story that I'm portraying, but now I try to make it into verses, and I use a simplistic format. I use chorus, verse 1, chorus, and then verse 2 type thing. But but what really what really got me there was listening to Eminem's Relapse album. it really, you know, it got me in the mood. And the way I do it is, like I said, I write it out and then I try to make it rhyme, and then I search for a beat. And in real time, I'm sitting there looking for beats, and I'm just trying to, you know, match my voice with it and see if, okay, does this flow work or does this flow work? And I just kind of figure out, well, what type of song is it going to be? Is it going to be, you know, like what topic or stuff like that? So, you know, I get really in depth with it, because this is how I portray my life, in a sense. This is how I see things, and so I wanna stress it and just, you know, show that that's what I'm trying to showcase. But all my beats are paid for, so I own the rights to them. I get a licensed agreement from the buyer, and they,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a contract, so I can use the beats. And that's what got me to start utilizing DistroKid, and that's how I got my next set of songs on the market, which were 13 of them. And all those ones were recorded through track and mastered by my uncle.
Oh wow! So I mean, that I find that fascinating. So you source the beat, and then I'm assuming you lay that down in block one, square one, and then you add your lyrics and melody over the top of that. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Is that how it works?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
and then in the middle of it, I tend to figure out, okay, this is what I want to keep. This is how the song's going to be. And then it starts to flow, I guess you can say. It starts to flow, and then everything starts to come together. And see, like
Yeah.
when I made the Instagram demo series, that series, because in order for me to make my music or rap, I have to feel like the odds are against me. I have to feel like I can't do it, or, you know, I just have to feel like my back's against the wall and this is all or nothing. And so when I make it feel like that, that's when it makes me come out of my shell and express myself, because I do get writer's block at
Mm.
times. But my grandfather actually hooked me up with this rock. It's soda light. It's called soda light, and it has healing properties. And
Okay.
ever since he gave me that, you know, every time I make a song or anything like that, I hold this rock in my hand. I use my beats,
Hmm.
and that's what I use for my mic. And then
Okay.
I use my phone. Sometimes I use two phones.
Okay.
Sometimes one's for lyrics and one just for strictly just the, you know, just the tools on the app. And so I lay them out side by side. I make all my music in my basement downstairs, where I have a pool table, and I like to make my music in the dark, believe it or not.
Okay.
So
That's interesting.
it has to be like the mood has to be set before I go in there, and I have to just be, you know, quiet in a dark place, and it lets me just flow. It just lets me move and do my thing.
I find that interesting. So you kind of curate the environment that you're going to go and write and record in, right?
Yeah,
Which I find I've never really explored that before, really. I kind of just thought of taking it for, you know, whatever moment you're in, you kind of, you know, it comes out or it writes. But I
yeah,
think curating that space is really interesting. And what you said about you know, you almost have to be, your back needs to be against the wall. It needs to be, you know, you need to feel, I guess, under pressure or someone telling you that you can't. Is that right? Is that kind of,
yeah,
is that what
yeah. So
motivates you then to kind of,
yeah, that's what like really drives me. It really pulls out what needs to come out of me from the
hmm
inside. You know what I mean? I just have to feel like, you know, just it's really intense, and it's like I'm going into war. You know what I mean? I'm going in, boots on the ground, strap my boots up.
yeah, absolutely. Well, no, I was watching a YouTube video this week. One of my favorite filmmakers of late, and I've only discovered him recently. My wife's put me onto him, but it was it's Casey Neistat, a sort of YouTuber out in New York, and one of his mantras is "Do what you can't." Like when anyone tells you you can't do, just go and do it. And I guess that's kind of a good way of kind of getting yourself psyched up and into the moment to go and create and to to do music as well. You know, in no matter what art form you're working in, it's kind of like, no, I'm going to use that as my motivation essentially to kind of, you know, to get my creativity out.
And
Um,
what really channeled me, I would have to say, is I had a brief moment in time in 2015 and then 2018. In 2015, I had a relationship that really, you know, it affected me. It was a short relationship, and you know, the first thing that I wanted to do was, you know, because I didn't know, it wasn't necessarily retaliation, but it was like rebelling against, and it was like, you know, I'm gonna start making music, I'm gonna start rapping, and, you know, I'm gonna start doing that, and that this is what I have my soul set on. And then 2018 came by, and I lost my grandfather and my grandma, and it seemed like just death was just happening, you know, through the family. My father was going through a depressed, you know, crazy state, and he was drinking alcohol, and it led me to getting admitted in 18 November, and I was admitted for a week, and that whole week there, I was, you know, just writing music inside, and that drove me to doing what I am doing now today. And as soon as I got out, 2 years later, I did my first single and stuff like that. So a lot of my stuff is from past events, and I try to just relive it and build a new relationship with it.
Yeah, so I guess music is therapy as well, in another way.
Yes.
Which is, yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing that with us as well. By the way, Tonio, it's really interesting to see how you're utilizing your writing to, you know, overcome some pretty sort of deep and heavy things. So yeah, I mean that is yeah, so what's new for you this year? So you're working on your Sinister series now, which is going to be an XDP.
Yeah,
sorry,
Caliber series.
Caliber series.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get, you know, at least 2 to 3 more songs more than my albums, my album I already released. So I'm hoping to get at least 15, 16 on there. I'm working on demos still, and I'll continue to be releasing songs through Track. I'm gonna do that monthly. I'm gonna have new songs released on Track monthly, and those will be my demos. And I have 2 more music videos for my other series, my Divine Infinite series 2021. I'm hoping we can get big production on them. Reaching out to like Video God Visuals and local companies down here that produce, you know, music and stuff like that. So I'm truly trying to utilize my funds and see where I can go with this. Because I figure if I release an album, I have a year's worth of content I can utilize. So that's how I kind of keep it alive.
Absolutely. And I've got a question here from Tom. Tom's on the track team. So hi Tom, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Tom.
He's asked, who are your musical inspirations? I know you mentioned Eminem a little bit earlier on. Have you got any others that you can share with us?
David Bowie.
Way, everyone loves Bowie.
I love that guy, man. I like his music, man. He had the Star Child and all that crazy stuff. So, you know, I was actually watching a lot of him. You know, I was tuning into a lot of his music, you know, and his music was trippy. It was different. And I wanted to be kind of different, you know what I mean? I wanted to express myself a little bit, and you know. But yeah, David Bowie, man.
Well, what I've always loved about David Bowie was how he completely reinvented himself almost on every.
He was always sounding
record.
different. He always had something different going out. He was. Yeah. I think his last music video, he was an old man. He was still making music.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was trippy. I was like, wow, this guy he kept it alive.
Yeah, definitely one of the greats. Absolutely one of the greats. Tom's just said, wow, I wasn't expecting that. So that's amazing to sort of see into, you know, where you take your inspiration from.
Completely different genre.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you were one of the first artists to adopt our Chipin platform. So can you let us know how you found using that and how it's fitted into your...
you know, so SoundCloud, SoundCloud's barely starting to do their little paid format, but they weren't doing that at the time. And, you know, I was a little skeptical when I seen that you guys had Chipin. So I was like, well, what is Chipin? Do you have to, you know... But then when you guys explained it, you guys were like, oh, it's almost like OnlyFans, you know what I mean? You put your content on there, and your people can exclusively, you know, donate money towards whatever it is on the singles and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, this is pretty nice. I want to really utilize this. So I jumped on that right away when I seen that pop up because I was using the old app before you guys updated it. And when you guys updated it, that's when everything started changing. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I like it.
I'm glad that because you were I think you were one of our first artists to sort of, you know, pick it up and run with it, and it was absolutely amazing to see that. So thanks for you know, for jumping in and yeah, just using it and you know, you started generating revenues through it as well. It was amazing to see that. So
And I like that track
well
that's
done.
very supportive on the artist's journey. It's really neat to have that support, you know.
Cool. Well, look, we're looking to do lots and lots with you in the future. So, with your Caliber EP coming up, it's Caliber. Sorry, I said that right. It's quite late here, so I'm a little bit tired tonight.
No, you're good. You're good.
My mind's gone a little bit crazy.
You're thinking about Sinister, the song.
Yeah. No, I didn't make that mistake again. But no, you've got Caliber coming out now, so you can put your demos out. It will help you promote and get the word out there about the EP. Absolutely. So what I mean, I noticed actually. I think I saw your collaborator on here a minute ago. I was going to say, is it GT Pablo?
Pablo.
You've got a track.
I've been trying to put him on track. I've been telling that dude, hey, you got to get you a track profile right now. Get set up. Come on, man. Let's do this.
Excellent. Well, if you're on here, GT Pablo, you've got a track with DiVine Infinite. Your Empty track is up on the track profile. We love it. Talk to us about that collaboration, please, Tony, if you wouldn't mind.
Heck yeah, for sure. So get this. So when I was looking for someone to collaborate with, and I didn't have, any artist at the time. I wasn't, I was just reaching out, and I found this kid, and this kid, he had the new, he had that new kind of flow to him. You could check out his SoundCloud and check out his music. But yeah, I found him on Instagram, and we just clicked. As soon as I hit him up, it was like we shared, some of the same traits, the same deals that were going on in life and stuff like that. So we're like, we can make something out of this. We can make a song together. And so, nobody recorded lyrics or anything right away. We were sharing beats, and the beat that finally took off is the one he made. And he sent in his lyrics, and I heard it, and I was like, wow, this is it. This is the one. So I had some old freestyles that I, over the years that I was going to scrap since 18. And, I decided to utilize it, and I put it in the song, and that's what it became to be. And get this, that song Empty, my uncle was supposed to master it, but I ended up mastering it myself. And I what I did is I layered my vocals, and I went in there and I grabbed my my chorus, and I pasted it to the back. So I went and kind of fixed it up a little bit and doctored it myself. And that was my first experience on a collaboration and really doctoring my song. So it was pretty neat.
So it's like a learning curve almost from
from
being a writer and rapper to actually starting to play around with production.
I use the Spire app, Volical app, Tract app, and GarageBand.
So you use a whole mix of them.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over
you. No, you're good.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, just how would you say? I kind of just jump into each one and just kind of figure out where the direction is going to go, and then I'll figure out, okay, this app's going to be especially for this one and this one. You know what I mean? So yeah, it all depends on the mood. Absolutely.
Oh, that's really cool. I was going to say that it's should we play some music? Let's play some music. What track would you want us to play on your on this live, mate? I've got
Sinister.
Sinister. All right, I'm going to play that loud. I'm going to play it loud. So
heck yeah.
This is DiVine Infinite and Sinister. Can you hear that okay?
Oh, it's the original one.
Yeah.
Much like my man, 5 years ago, I was a sad lad who had been had by kissy, she was bitchy, and I was stingy. I went through a phase, and ended up praise. The love was late, and I was out of place. I repressed my pain, went through my feet, as in parted ways. I was in a muddled state, flattered my face. I utilized what I bring to the table. Very best. Much like a mantra, I told myself goodbye out on that hope. I repeated that I'm not complete. I'm in a place where I cherish my ways. I am resistant to the vision, it's consistent my choice. I rejoice the tone in my voice. I am the tamer of the wild with the blue, with the lone wolf call. Let me take you back to the track, leader, to the personalities. Playing case, I take that picture, the canvas, cause I'm going through a phase. I live in this moment, it's the state divine, infinite, intimate. Walk in on the speed pump. I still listen to one of the greats, Tupac. I need not to think on my past, straight out of the blue. I am tight, iron at the maiden, who you think I'm playing? All of my exes, including the one from Texas. Beats on me, they all on my page. Hit the page, wanna see me bang. As I turn the page, I bounce on light, I ignited. Like when it starts, I spark, blow up like a firecracker. I shed some light in my head, it's bright. I'm low key, I'm out of sight. What I done, like, I got to act right. Despite the time where I couldn't even write right. I wanted to depict words we ain't ever heard. True tone, there's a light, it's like really bright. I found light where hardships reside. I provide so much effort. I'm about to go Hannibal Lecter. Have to go wacko, like when I'm out of tobacco. Trifecta, 3 fingers later, I'm starting to have a lot of haters. I can't see ya, so see you later, baby. Heck yeah.
Yeah, nice one, man.
That was raw. That was all through track. That one
Brilliant.
there. I had a little bit of some King Von inspiration in that.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. And that's off your last EP, as well, isn't it? So yeah, really, really cool stuff. I was gonna say, like, you're in. We discussed this on Tuesday. You're in Pueblo, Colorado.
Pueblo, Colorado.
Yeah, sorry if I said that right, haven't I? Pueblo, Colorado. So yeah, what's the what's the music scene like there? I know we touched upon it, but if you could let everyone else that's joined us today know a little bit of what it's like in your part of the world, what it's like in your state, what sort of stuff's going down in the music scene.
So the place to go is the Roxy Theater in the Red Rocks, and there's a lot of good artists that come down here. Sometimes Tech Nine comes, and what was it? NBA Youngboy was gonna come one time, and NLE Choppa came. So it's really neat. I would say it's hip hop rap, and some classic rap, along with some rock. Some what's it called? Techno and stuff like that. That's how I would describe it. And right now in the rap scene, there's a lot of youngsters in it, and they're mainly all out of Denver and stuff like that. There's a few big companies like Video God Visuals, Green Rush Records, and stuff like that. So they're really the ones here in Pueblo, Colorado, that are making noise, and a little bit of Denver right now. So
excellent. So there's a nice vibrant scene. How about the live music scene? Is it what's that like? Is there a
I'm yet to go to one of my first concerts. I have not been to a concert yet, but based on what I've been seeing and my friends and they talk about, it's pretty nice. Yeah. Especially cool. the last concert we had one in Springs about a year ago, and it was NLE Choppa. He came down, and it was a rowdy one. It was pretty cool. I seen the footage of it. It was nice. Really cool.
Have you started playing live yet as well, or is that?
You know what? I actually put in an inquiry to this dude on Facebook, Pegasus, and he's. So the deal is, if I jump in, I got to sell 30 tickets at $12 a pop, and if I sell all 30 tickets, I get a chance to perform live, and it'll be at the Roxy Theater in June. So I want to take that up because I want to really explore the roots, through this music, and I want to at least perform live, at least. And they said it was at least 30 minutes of showtime, so that's like 4 or 5 songs. So and I think I can perform some of my songs. So that would be really neat to do, and
Is
I'm
there
looking forward to it.
is there any other way of like? Is there any other kind of ways of you can perform? Is there like a local? I mean, I'm assuming with the pandemic still on everyone's minds and social distancing, and I can appreciate that. Venues and stuff are a bit cautious about welcoming back events, so to speak. Is there any other ways of you performing? Is there any kind of like spaces where you can kind of go and practice your live craft? Like, in this country, there's lots of spaces for musicians to kind of go and perform at open mics and
Yeah,
bars and
we
things
have
like
a
that.
few theaters here in Pueblo, and I was really thinking of it. I'm just what I'm doing is I'm trying to build the confidence and the composure just to jump in and on that, and just to
Yeah.
make sure everything sounds right. But that is on my goal for this year. That's on my bucket list for sure.
Excellent stuff. No, it'd be interesting to see you. I'll have to get you over here at some point as well and do some shows.
Oh heck yeah,
in the
I'd be
UK.
so down. I would.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the questions we've got on here is I mean, you've mentioned Eminem and David Bowie, so you can definitely pick one of those if you want. But if you had a dream collaboration, who would it be with?
Oh, it'd be Eminem.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
they say he sold out, but hey man, his old stuff, it was ridiculously good. He had anger and he had so much rage coming out and crunching words, and man, it wouldn't
yeah.
be bad to collaborate with him and 50 Cent. That'd be pretty cool.
So if you're watching, then definitely. Well, you gotta put it out there, right? You're on your journey, and who knows? Like, do you know what I mean? I
This is
think
the great journey. This is the
absolutely.
start.
Absolutely. Antonio, it's been an absolute pleasure talking this evening about you and your
Heck
music
yeah.
and your approach to songwriting. What's the next song that people need to look out for?
So the next one, okay. So I got like two of them. I got one slumped. I got one acclamation. And the other one, I won't reveal just yet, but Slumped and Acclamation is going to be out in the coming weeks. So those are almost ready. We're getting
Fantastic.
ready to drop those on track.
Wonderful. Well, we'll make sure to promote those. And yeah, look, it's been wonderful speaking with you this week.
Heck yeah.
If you'd like to take over our Instagram on the weekend, you're more than welcome to. We've been doing that with
Heck
our
yeah.
artists last couple of weeks, just to see what it's like in your part of the world, how you go about
I would love
your
to
day.
showcase my town and my day and just everything going on. I would love to do that. It would be an honor to do that.
Brilliant. Well, you let us know when you want to do that, either Saturday or Sunday,
Okay.
and then we'll get you set and sorted.
Heck yeah.
Get going on
Can I
that
throw a
Saturday.
shout out?
Absolutely, you go for it. I want to open up. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to comment.
Heck yeah.
Go
Well,
for it.
I want to throw a shout out to Penrose, Apple Valley, where I work. I work a machine out there, and I'm processing packaging. And I just want to throw a shout out to all the folk out there and just wish y'all love and, and say hello.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask or comment on this video. And I'm sure Tonio and I will be able to get back to you on anything that you might have.
And one more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So Unity Infinite is my platform, and DiVine Infinite is the artist. Unity Infinite is the folk that are all together, that come together united to sustain the vision. Friends, families, loved ones, and that's everyone there. That's Unity Infinite. So I just wanted to put that out there for everyone.
The DiVine Infinite is the artist name.
Yes, DiVine Infinite is the artist name.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to call you Tonio because that's how I've come to know you.
Heck yeah.
DiVine Infinite is the artist name. You can go and follow and support DiVine Infinite directly through his track profile, which is Unity Infinite, which is trackmusic.com/Unity Infinite. I'm going to bid you a good night now from here. It's just the evening there where you are, I'm assuming, at this moment in time, or becoming the evening. So wherever you are right now, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Heck yeah, right on.
Tonio, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll
It's
see
been
you on
an
the
honor,
weekend
Grant.
when you take
You have
over
a
the
good
track
one.
Instagram. Yeah,
See everyone
take care.
later. Peace.
See you in a bit, man. Peace. See you later, dude. Bye.